around 40,000, meaning buhay na ako. No? So my side hustle, when my side hustles are earning that much, that's a point. It's a signal for me that I could quit my job and really focus on this business because it gave me my freedom money. Yun ang tawag natin, our freedom money, the 40,000. So try to think, ano ba yung mga golden handcuffs mo right now? Is it my secure job, my benefits, yung a job that pays me 100,000, 200,000 a month?
Siguro another question kasi you are in business now. What is your advice to our kababayans, to our Filipino people who are watching na, gusto ko magnegosyo, na-inspire ako kay Jessie, but meron akong 9 to 5 pa na trabaho, hindi ko naman basta-basta mabibitawan to kasi nag-iisang income ko lang . Like, any tips for them na alam na nila na, sige, this is the right time to go into entrepreneurship? Ano yung tip mo dun sa kanila? Kasi syempre, hindi naman, napanood ko yung video, resign na ako, boss, ito na, resign na. So, any tip na, ito na yung, sige, pwede na silang mag-jump into entrepreneurship?
Marami kang, you would hear a lot of advice na kailangan wala kang plan B, just jump, yung kailangan para at least 100% of your focus, 100% of your time. Since wala kang plan B, wala ka nang papalikan na trabaho, talagang you would do everything, you would sacrifice everything to make it successful. Well, that could be smart for some, it might work for some, but just based on what I did, I think the most prudent approach is you still do what you're doing right now, maintain your job while trying to prepare yourself for that business. Ang naging susi sa akin that I have, yung iba tawag nila dito, the freedom money. During those years na nagsa-start ako, nasa employment pa ako, hindi siya pwede sabihin yung pangalan dito, but it's an FU money ang tawag doon. I have to change that name. It's just that I could quit my job. How did I compute that? When I was doing all the side hustles, I computed the bare minimum that I could survive. Ang bare minimum ko noon, ang minimum na I can survive if I will be losing my active job back then, is really, it's around 40,000, meaning buhay na ako. So my side hustle, when my side hustles are earning that much, that's a point. It's a signal for me that I could quit my job and really focus on this business because it gave me my freedom money. Yun ang tawag natin, our freedom money, the 40,000. Sometimes ang hirap talagang umalis sa isang trabaho, especially if you're comfortable with it. It's part of your comfort zone. I called it mga golden handcuffs natin. So try to think, ano ba yung mga golden handcuffs mo right now? Is it my secure job, my benefits, yung a job that pays me 100,000, 200,000 a month? Is that something that's stopping you from really pursuing what you like? Meron kang naisip, gusto mo pala maging baker, gusto mo pala maging content creator, ayaw mo pala yung ginagawa mo na computing numbers. Start with, while you're doing your job, you prepare yourself and start small in doing the business. Let's say it's a bake shop. Mag-bake ka muna. It's not about perfection. Remember, it's progression what's important. Dapat may progress. Once you hit your freedom money, let's say for me, it's 40,000. Then it's a sign for you, it's a signal for you, it's an indicator for you that your business is growing, your business is ready for scaling, that you can move out of your job already and focus on your business. So that's how you start. At least meron kang goal. You start with a goal. Now, if it's 40,000 for you, you start with 40,000. That will be it.
And ang ganda ng tip mo talaga in those things. Start with a goal and then start small. I mean, hindi mo naman kailangan ng malaking capital to start. Sometimes you don't need to have a capital for you to start. You just need to have an idea and the will to execute and learn and surround yourself with the right people. I know, Jesse, marami pa tayong pwedeng pag-usapan sa kulay ng buhay mo, but I know that you have a next meeting and engagement after this. Siguro, before we will show some photos, kasi I mean, there are some people here who would want to have a house, a beautiful house. Pero before we go into that, siguro any last words as we close this?
Siguro I'll just, sige, 2 points na. Yung technical side, whenever you go into whenever you go into investment, whether you build your business, you invest in real estate, invest in paper assets, I use these 3 pillars of wealth building. First is creation. You have to first create the wealth, no? Create the money. How to create the money? By taking care of your cash flow. Ano ba yung cash flow? The money that comes in your pocket and the money that comes out of your pocket. In short, dapat may surplus yon. Mas malaki dapat yung kinikita mo doon sa ginagastos mo. Dapat meron kang sukli lagi. That is your surplus. That's how you create your money first. Once you're able to create the money, okay, sorry, pause ko lang. How do you create that? No? How can you make sure that you have a surplus? Ayun ang pag-usapan natin kanina, no? Please employ or do the spending plan. No? It will greatly help you, no, in having that surplus. So you're able to create the surplus. That's how you create the money. That's the first step. Now, the second step is enhancement. Create, enhance. You have to enhance whatever you were able to create. So, hindi naman pwede lahat ng nasave mo nasa ilalim ng unan yan. No? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na inflation rate, di ba? So, every year, nababawasan yung value ng pera. So, you want to make sure your money grows higher than our inflation rate. O, pwede rin yung mabawasan, baka makupitan ka, di ba? Depende sa katabi mong matulog. No? So that's why hindi yan pwede nasa ilalim ng unan, yung na-create mo. You have to move to the next stage, which is creation. Which is enhancement. How do you enhance your money? No? Kaya mga kanina, you have to invest. Invest in business, invest in real estate, invest in paper assets. No? Kahit sino isipin mong mayaman sa mundo, whether Pilipinas or globally, ito lang yung parang formula na meron sila. No? They have businesses, they have real estates, they have investment in paper assets. So tayo rin, may blueprint na, gayahin na lang natin. Right? Create, you enhance. What's the last step? Equally important is preservation. Okay? Like for me, let's say I'm investing right now for the college education of my kid. No? My kid is 10 years old. Probably she'll hit college, no? Kung the school bukol, no? She'll hit college by the age of 18 or 19. No? So, mathematically, I still have like 8-9 years of investing for her college education.